Welcome back to the Chocolate Broadcast. This is episode 2. We're sticking to the weekly schedule. I have a guest here. This is my good friend Jake. He's so adorable. Anyways, so if you're new to it, we run through a few news stories. The first week we did way too many. So we're going to do a couple news stories. We're going to then go into our main topic. And then after that, we're going to talk about some other things, wrap up the show. I haven't actually seen you in a while. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's been more than a month, I think.
Damn,
has it been
like
more?
2 months.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I feel like I saw you recently.
We were in the party together on PlayStation. That's it.
I feel like I've dabbed you up or something. No, shit, I'll remember after this, and I'll be like, oh, it was like 3 weeks ago. I'll remember. Yeah. Let's hope it ain't been no 2 months. That's sad. Fuck.
That is sad.
Probably has been. I haven't seen Aiden either. And damn, that's my son. Yeah. Sad. Well, okay, now, because we got that bullshit out of the way, it got kind of depressing here for a second. Let's get into the news of the week. So, first thing first on the Roper Report. Euphoria Season 3 got a new trailer. Did you see that shit?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yes.
It was so good. It was so good. I think my key takeaways is that, you know, it's hard to say that you're a Nate Jacobs fan in today's world. I'm not a fan of what he does. I just love Jacob Elordi. I was sitting over here. I was like, dude, I said, Nate's so cool. Now he's playing everything. He was in Frankenstein. He's killing it. What's he been in? He was in that movie I didn't see last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago. No, I saw Saltburn. It's something horses or something, like Sweet Horses or something. I don't remember. It's got him, and it's got what's his face, the guy who played Adam Warlock. He's in it too.
Will Paltrow.
Yeah. It's got them in it, and it's got these two. It's got, I think, Daisy. Is it Edgar Jones in it? It's like a bunch of big people, but like nobody got it. It's on Netflix, but Netflix is like, you got to pay me $25 for like their exclusive tier to unlock it. And I was like, but it's on here. Like, it literally, like, you could pull it up, and I was like, oh, and I added to my list. I was like, I'm going to watch it. No. So, but yeah, he's really great. I think my key takeaway was the fact that the leaks/rumors were true. So you got Cassie throwing her ass back. I'm not going to lie. I liked that. I enjoyed that. She was throwing it back, and then he's like, I work all goddamn day. He's like, come up in here, you throwing your ass. I was like, yeah, you got a point, big dog. But I'm just excited because, see, I'm weird. Like, when I watch Euphoria, I like Rue, but like Rue wasn't my draw. Like, her story. Like, they keep giving her crazy shit where it's like, that woman's trying to kill her or whatever. I was like, nah, I've seen that. Like, Breaking Bad, like, people do, like, I've seen that shit before. I'm like really engrossed in like the Nate shit, whatever Maddie's doing, because she showed up real brief. Her and what's her face showed up really brief. And so I'm more interested in that stuff. Also, the new black guy. So who the fuck is this? I don't remember him being in the show. Yeah, the guy who's doing the narrating. He had the fro. He was like, seems like everybody's coming around here or whatever. There will be a picture up here. That new guy, I promise you he's not in other seasons. He was like in like the little jumpsuit thing. He narrates the whole trailer.
Oh.
I don't know who he is. I was like, you ain't fucking homeboy, McKay, whatever. I was like, you're not him.
That's like the drug dealer, isn't it? Like talking to Rue?
No, that's later. But at the beginning, it's that one guy. I don't know who that is. He's like new to the cast. There's also, did you ever watch that one Netflix show? See, I ain't got my fucking computer here. The Netflix show, remember like where all the people got, like it's kind of like Silent Hill. They got trapped in like the town, all these kids or whatever, but it was like one season. I do not know that could have been anything. I just said
what is it?
It starts with like a O, I think, or something like that, but it's got, basically the one guy got like really crazy. Remember like they get off the bus, like the parents are like coming up in there and like they can't get, I don't remember. Is Catherine Newton in that show? I feel like she is. I'm blanking. You got to stay with me. The pictures are going to be up here. I'm going to remember. I'm going to look it up. But that guy's in that. The guy who played the villain in that. And they've got like a bunch of new people. So I'm excited. I also I'm assuming Rue's going to run away from them based on that first clip. But I just kind of assumed it would be more, like beat your ass. We're going to jump you. Like, I figured it wouldn't be that easy. But she's like, Loki ran away. So I was like, oh shit. All right. But yeah, that's all. That's thoughts on Euphoria season 3's trailer. I'm excited. It comes out I think April 24th. I will be there. Euphoria is like Stranger Things, where people are like, it's stupid, it's bad. It'll blow the fuck up. Like Stranger Things, like breaking the website now. People thought that episode 9 was coming out. I'm like, dumbass. And it's like broke the website, and then sound like Netflix crashed like on that day. And I was like, I thought you guys didn't like it though. But like they would showing up. That's Euphoria. People in public are like, well, actually, it's just kind of okay. They're gonna be there. They're gonna show out, and I'll be one of them. I'm excited. I like that show. Okay, so before I forget it, because I didn't write it down here, today, as of recording this, by the way, if there's some big news story that comes out on Friday, not recording this on Friday like the first episode, so bear with me on that one. Hopefully, nothing big will happen tomorrow. But Sophie, damn it, the girl from Game of Thrones, the one that was married to Joe Jonas, I can't think of her last name right now. She got casted as Tomb Raider. We've known this, but they dropped the first picture. Did you see that picture? Audio listeners, I'm licking my lips. That's what you're hearing. So okay, let me ask you actually, because I need a I guess what do we call that, like a third party or whatever. Because I talked to 2 people about this today. One person really didn't give a shit. They're like, oh yeah, she kind of bad, whatever, this and that. They're not like a big Tomb Raider fan. I was like, I like that she got the original costume, like she's got the dual guns. It's going to be kind of stupid if they wait till like end of the season. She's like, I've gotten my 2 guns. Because, that other one, Alicia Vikander, she got the 2 guns at the end of the movie. And, I didn't hate that movie. I liked the villain enough. I just thought the plot was whatever. But it was definitely more of like the reboot Tomb Raider, so I thought it was fine. I thought cast was fine. I thought how they were doing it was fine. But my main, I guess everybody's main issue with this one is they don't like Sophie, which I remember her last name. They don't like her being casted. They don't like this and that. And, we live in this area, timeline of the world where everybody's got to be, thick and voluptuous. I'm not against that, clearly. Man of culture, right? But Tomb Raider, I feel like it's been both. Because, like, those new ones, like, she had a little thick booty on her. But everything else is like, okay, like, she's survival. Like, she ain't, like, out here trying to look hot or whatever. And I know Amazon, since they took over, they're making all the new games canon. Or all the old games canon, like the new one. And I was like, that's cool. So, like, even, like, the survival ones, like, spinoffs. I think the spinoffs, I think they said they're like that, too. For that new one they're making. But they're making a remake of the first one. And so, there's 8 Tomb Raider games, and then if you talk about going to survival one too, which I doubt they'll cover that. But if you go through all those, that's like a lot of seasons of TV.
Yeah.
And so I'm taking it they're covering all those. That's how I'm taking it. And so I'm excited. Amazon, I feel like in their TV department, you say what you want to about their streaming movies, which your ass. Their TV department, really good. Fallout's gas. You been watching that?
Nope.
Damn.
I haven't watched. I want to. I'm
behind 2 episodes. I have seen things that's happened. I've seen what happened this week.
I'm behind the 2nd season. I just haven't even started it.
There's 5 out now. 4 or 5.
Well, you catch up.
Because wait, there's 5 out. Because I'm behind. Wait, no. What's today? Maybe it's 3. It's 2 or 3 or whatever that I'm behind on. But it's pretty good. Fallout fans, I'm telling you, it's just fans of anything. Fallout fans are pissed. They're like, oh man, this and that's not exactly like the video game I played. And I'm like, okay. Like, who gives a fuck? Is it good? Yes. Now, if it's not like the game, like Until Dawn, if it's not like the game and the writing's ass, then we got a problem. The writing's good. The characters are cool. I like the ghoul. He's so badass. I like Walton Goggins anyways, though. But, yeah, that's Tomb Raider. I just think like when you look at that and the boys and like this and that, like they know their TV. Reacher's good. They're bringing back season 2 of Alex Cross. That's really good. I'm just saying like they know TV. I got faith. I'll give them this. The only stipulation that I have with this show, everybody, I can't name one. There's probably one, I'm sure, but I can't personally name one. Maybe Peter Dinklage, maybe, but even then, whatever. Of any actors from Game of Thrones that's been playing in anything decent. Even something that might make money, it's kind of ass. Like you look at Kit Harington, Eternals, maybe. I like that movie. I know people don't, but like Eternals, he's playing in some stupid ass movie with Homegirl that's playing Tomb Raider, and it looks bad. I just don't know. Like he was in Family Plan 2, which I had the guy that made that video on me. That's who it was. I was like, why are you defending Family Plan 2? That movie's ass. It's dog shit. And like, I just was like, dude, like, can they, like, they're good actors. They were in 8 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't do nothing else. But anyways, all right, let's see. We got 2 more news stories. One of them's really quick. It's just more kind of thoughts. Ryan Hurst as Kratos. That's badass. I like Ryan Hurst a lot. He's in a show that I meant to write down because I knew I was going to forget it. I think it's called Outlanders or Out something. They like basically, I think it was 2 seasons. They got canceled. Pissed me off. They like lived out in the woods and they basically just like lived off the grid, but didn't pay no taxes, no bills, this and that, whatever. And like they would go rob people, steal this and that, blah, blah, blah. And they had like their own culture and stuff and this and that. And they were always getting like the police. And it was like the most insane show. And I was like, why'd you cancel this? It was so good. And then he's good as Opie and Sons. And so, yeah, I'm like, when he got casted, even like that, dude, people always bitching. They're like, why they cast? I said, shut up. You don't know, dude. They don't know. All right, and then last news story, Mummy trailer, Lee Cronin.
I haven't seen it.
Damn, really? Okay. Mm-mm. Okay, you need to watch that. So I guess I'll just give my quick thoughts on this. I am mixed only because of what I've heard about this movie, both from leakers that I actually trust and sources that are coming, like big sources like Variety, Hollywood Reporter. Apparently this movie's dog shit. Apparently it's like actually dog shit. From what we've heard, and I want to say this is coming from the dude who made Evil Dead Rise, I think that's Lee Cronin, I think. And so I had like faith in it, and I still have faith in it because the trailer looks awesome. It really does look good. And so I'm hoping these reports ain't right, but like, for example, like James 1. Apparently there was a report going around. Now this one sounds kind of bullshit. I don't know if I fully trust this one, but it did come from like a couple reliable sources. Apparently James Wan like went to a screening because he's a producer on the movie because Blumhouse producing it. Apparently he fucking walked out. Apparently he just like, this ass. And I was like, but he's a producer. I don't know if I buy it. But I was like, ain't nobody was denying it. I was like, all right then. And then last year we kept hearing that apparently they were doing like multiple other cuts of it because it was like really shitty.
Yeah.
And I was like, but the trailer looks peak. Basically, the plot that I'm getting, the poster says like, what happened to Kate? There's like this girl who, I think it's supposed to be the guy's daughter. She goes missing, comes back, looking mummified, like I think like a year later or something like that. They're like, oh fuck, she's dead, but clearly she wakes up or whatever. But the trailer looks really creepy and eerie. You got like shit running around, looks damn near demonic. And you know, demonic horror can be fucked up if you do it right. And so it's like, even like that, people once again not understanding. That was my topic last week, talk about people that don't just understand movies. Like, I'm not saying you have to like watch 1,000 movies a year. You can watch 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. I just hate people that'll be like, okay, well, like for example, let's say you go out this past year, say you watch one bad after another. That's your movie of the year. But like, if it didn't win awards, which it did, but like if it didn't, don't sit there and be like, well, this one didn't deserve it. Well, Sinners didn't deserve it. Well, this and that. You only watched one. And that's kind of what I was getting with this because people are like, they're like, where's Brendan Fraser? I said, what? Shut the fuck up. I was like, shut the fuck up. It's so stupid. I was like, what are you talking about? Which they are making that one. They're doing that one. And then they're like, is this like the old Mummy? And I was like, what? I'm telling you, dude. And I've noticed this. I finally pinpointed it. The stupidity and when it comes to movies and talking movies comes from TikTok. Like, every time I see, like, an ad for something, like, I saw an ad for, I think it was 28 Years Later Bone Temple, which is this week. Mm-hmm. All the comments. Well, this movie was ass, and it's not out. You're talking about 28 Years, like the one that was last year.
Yeah.
Did they fucking pay attention enough to give a fuck? Nope. They didn't give a shit. You'll be under Marty Supreme. I remember when it was first going out, it was like the week or two before it came out. A movie about ping pong, goddamn. They really hyping this up. I was like, God, you sound fun. And it just makes me mad. Like, as somebody that's like watching a lot of movies, it's not like knowing the ins and outs. I'm watching interviews. Like this morning I woke up, I was watching, Michael B. Jordan was on, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon. It was one of them. I always get mixed up. And like literally I was like watching that. Like, I do slow down. I'm not saying you have to once again. I'm not like, oh, you got to do that. But it makes me mad when people comment that don't do that. Like, it's like, you don't know the fuck. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's just stupid. And there was another movie recently, I think it was Send Help, which is like end of the month, from Sam Raimi. Looks pretty good, got some good actors. They're like, this is like this. They look the same. This movie looks stupid. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. It just makes me so mad. It's just, because my topic last week, was mainly dealing with the fact of how there was like a weird beef between Sinners and Marty Supreme. Because really and truly, if you watch movies and you know the award shows and you've been watching those, the beef is really between Sinners and One Blood After Another. Those are the two that are getting the most awards. Those are two that's after each other. But people that don't watch movies, and I unfortunately had to talk about it, I was like, my people, the black. They were on comments, they've been making videos. Like, this woman had 5 million likes. I was like, for this stupid take, she literally was on there talking about, she was like, man, fucking Michael B. Jordan, didn't get that award because he fucking black. And I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know. And when you look, they won because this is a Critics' Choice. I was like, they won every award but actor. And I was like, you look at Marty Supreme, I was like, they won no awards but that one. I was like, that's not a snub. I was like, what do you mean out of 14 categories we got 13? That's not a fucking snub. They're like, goddamn, the movie was snubbed, literally. And I'm like, okay, what? That's not a snub. And then they were going off talking about, what was the other thing they were saying? They were talking about how because he played 2 roles. And I actually finally saw a video that put everything into how I was feeling. And it was by a black woman. I was like, thank you. She was talking how many movies she watched. I was like, okay, the same thought process is how I was thinking. And she was literally saying how, she was talking about, expectations versus reality. As good of a movie as it is, she was even saying, she expected them to probably win 4 out of the 5, but she said they actually ended up winning 5 out of 6 because she completely forgot about the ensemble category, which I did too. And she was saying, she was like, that's just on predictions, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But you have to really sit there and think about it. As good as a performance as everybody gave, just people have been saying, oh, he did 2 people. It's yeah. And she started going off. She went off a little too hard. She named off probably about 30,000 people that played 2 different performances. She was like, Nutty Professor. I said, okay. It's but she had a good point though, because she was because that's main people think they're twice as hard. I'm like, okay, but you could say about Mickey 17 came out last year. Ain't got nominated for shit. I like that movie though. But all right, that is all of the news of the week. And so now, getting to the topic of the show. I should have one more umph. It's okay. All right, we're here with the topic of the show, which is the top 10 films that defined me. Not me personally. I am going to give my list, but just as a child. You can give yours in the comments below. I would like to hear them. We're going to go back and forth, kind of like a tandem thing. I'm going to give my number 10, talk about it, whatever, blah, blah. His number 10, whatever, blah, blah. And talk about it. So actually, I'm going to let you start. What is your number 10 of your top 10
my
films?
number 10.
Not your favorite. Just actually 10. We're going from...
I'm basing these off of what I most remember.
Okay.
What I most remember.
Okay.
I got number 10 as Enchanted.
That's a good ass pick. I kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I meant to, yesterday, I think it was, last night, I ended up going, I went to bed at 9 o'clock. I went early.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to look over a bunch of, kids' movies last night. Because it hit me, I was like, there was probably some I, forgot about and think about.
That's exactly what I did last night.
Because these on my list, these were the first day I came with the top. I went, ooh, that one. And I stopped at 10. And I was like, I didn't look so... There's probably some I'm missing. Literally, I was talking about it to somebody earlier, and they're like, man, don't you love Ratatouille? And I was like, ain't on the list. So, I might, when I get down here, I might take off one, because simply one's kind of cheap. One's a story time, I got to tell. But yeah, what do you love about...
it just played so much in my house.
I never watched that second one either.
On the PS3, just put it in. That's all I had.
All you had, it was your only fucking option. Damn, when you put it like that, he's like, that's all I had, boys. That's crazy. Well, my number 10 is actually I this one I still would probably stick with if I looked over Narnia. I'm gonna that's why I'm kind of cheating on this. I'm just gonna put it as a franchise, not that third one though. That Voyage of not I'm cutting that out. Them first and second, Prince Caspian, there was gas. I remember watching these, and you talk about feeling enchanted. I was just, was like, take me here. I'm gonna be in Narnia. They're so good. I'm excited for the new ones Greta's doing, Greta Gerwig later on this year. Hey, they're only on Netflix. Like they're gonna be in theaters, but like only IMAX theaters. I think for like a week. Like I think it's like a week of Thanksgiving. I was like, God, I hate that. But yeah, I'm excited for those. And my thing with Narnia is that I think it's just that was like my first like big fantasy. Cause I'm gonna get to one down the list, but there's something fantasy that came out around our time that I like couldn't fucking watch. So, anyways, all right. What's your number 9?
Monsters Inc.
Damn, dude, that one's good. That's gas. Make me think of that damn meat hanging video. Throw him by the door. Jesus Christ, that video is so good. So, what do you love about Monsters Inc?
I mean, it also
Did it change your life? Is that your favorite anime movie?
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. I didn't put the change the life ones until like number 5.
Okay.
So like Monsters Inc. I don't know. It also played in the house frequently.
Is that all you had? You only had 2 of them. Shit.
I mean, I just liked it. I liked the art style.
Yeah.
Felt goofy.
Right.
Felt fun. And I was like 8.
Okay. I'm with you on that one. See, Ratatouille just stuck. And I guess I'll throw this in here since it's technically not listed. But Ratatouille is like my favorite anime movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that Ratatouille, like out of all the Pixar ones, because like WALL-E's like we're finally locked in, like Pixar. Because I don't remember what theater we went to. I don't even know what the excuse of us going here was. But I remember my mom took me to see WALL-E, and it was like in one of those 3-screen ones, which I used to remember the name of, but I don't today. But it was like the ones where I had 3 screens, and like it was peak on that. Because, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, it's cutting off this and that. But like, dude, like you would see like the space and this. It was so cool. It was so cool. And that was when I finally locked in because, you know, I was never like really huge into Toy Story until 3 came out, which I still think is the best one. And then it was weird about Pixar. Like, I was always like big into Cars and Incredibles. Like, those were my 2. But after I watched Ratatouille, I was like, oh shit. And I was so defeated to know that there was, you know, so many Toy Stories, that there was so many this, so many that. And I was like, no Ratatouille 2. Ratatouille. No Ratatouille. See. It literally sells itself. Yeah. But they are working on one now, so I'm excited. But all right, let's go to our. Okay, this is the funny one. Okay, so your number 8. What is that? What was your number 8?
Did you say number 9?
Oh wait, did you say number 8?
No, I said number 9. Did you?
No, yeah. We're going to you first. So
okay.
Your number 8. Yeah.
I got The Incredibles.
Wait, hold on. Fuck.
No, yeah.
Okay, we'll stay on The Incredibles and I'll just do both of mine when we. But like, what do you like about Incredibles? Same shit I said, pretty much, I guess.
Felt like this was one of the movies I was like, oh, this is a real movie.
Right.
They were talking like real people. Because all the ones before, I was like, these are monsters. And then I was like,
right.
I don't want to watch this, really. But then I watched it, and I was like, this is fucking good. This is so good.
Dude. I just think about those. Like, there's so many, like, especially in the last year, like, so many, like, lore videos about, like, the different heroes and stuff. And I'm like, dude, that world was just so crazy. Crazy when I don't think we ever got a game. We might have got one game. I never played it. But, like, I know we got that Lego game and whatever. Yeah. But it's just surprising that, like, it took that long to get a sequel. Because it was, like, even, like, watching it as an adult, it hits different.
Yeah.
It's so good. But yeah, he was right. I skipped my number 9 like a dumbass. I started talking about Ratatouille, which should be my number 9 if we're being honest. I put the Spy Kids series. Now, if I want to be honest with you, which might as well, let's be honest to my audience, Spy Kids 3, which is arguably the worst one. I understand. I know it gets hate. As a child, though, I was like, game on, baby! I tried to look at a clip of that shit the other day. I about fucking threw up. That shit looks like shit from a butt, dude. It looks so bad. Like, it looks like some fucking PS1 graphics. Like, we're like on the bikes. He's like, oh yeah. And I was like, what? I ate that up, though, back in the day. I was getting tore up. But I just put the franchise, though, because 2 is, I remember, like, the Lost Island, whatever the hell it was called. Mm-hmm. I don't remember that one as vaguely, like, as much. But, like, the first one I really do remember. Like, the jetpack thing, like, down the street and stuff. I remember all that. So, like, 1 and 3 are kind of telling me. That's why I just put the series. Like, I just, cheated a little bit at my own list and my own idea. And all right, so for my number 8, okay, this is my little story time. I'm trying not to take up much time because we're almost at 30 minutes of the runtime here. But I put Harry Potter. So funny enough, this is why I said story time, because this is damn near a full cheat. Because Harry Potter, I don't fucking remember which one it is. It's the one where like he gets in like the bus and like the bobblehead. Is that Prisoner of Azkaban?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
no.
You left it off, didn't you? What? That's fucking hilarious.
That's
okay.
crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, look. So, okay. The reason why I say that movie is because for fucking some reason, we had the VHS of that shit. And the reason why I didn't, so this is what I was going to get into. This is the franchise that I could not watch. It was weird too. It wasn't like my dad didn't give a shit. And it really necessarily wasn't my mom now that I think about it. It was more just like whenever I'd bring it up, they're like, okay, cool. But then like that was when we went to a Baptist church, and I'll never forget because I went to school there. You know, I went to, yeah. So my second grade teacher, she was the problem.
She told you not to watch Harry.
Damn near. Okay, so she would give us scholastic book forms, right? This is the funniest story. I might clip this shit. Okay, if somebody's watching, clip this shit, send it to me, let me know, and I'll post this shit on TikTok. But anyways, so yeah, my second grade teacher gave us scholastic book forms. Okay, and you know back in the day, you know, growing up back in the 2000s, you would like, you know, take that to your parents, whatever. And like I read a lot, so like damn near half the catalog, you know, back in the day. Back when my family was doing pretty great, I would damn near have the catalog. Okay, shit, I'd be getting like 2-3 boxes of that motherfucker, and everybody else was like, I got Percy Jackson 1. I was like, shit, motherfucker, I got the set. And it was nice, because I loved reading, I loved this, and so my mom didn't care. Like, she was like, hey, I'd rather you be into that than whatever. So she just bought, if I wanted the book, she would buy it, because you know I was going to read them. And so I'll never forget, I got to second grade, okay, because we did this every single year, classic book forums, whatever, you know, they come there, have like the book fair, whatever, blah, blah. I'll never forget my second grade teacher. We got them damn forms. Because I remember we was passing by. Everybody was like, everybody else, every other class has their forms. We were like, what the fuck? Where's our forms? Went up to the teacher. Was like, hey, I'll give a random name. I won't say Miss Green. Hey, Miss Green, where's our forms? She's like, didn't get them yet. Locked us in a Christian school. Locked us. That bitch had them. Next fucking day, on God, on Ja Rule, she literally was like, here's your forms. Dead ass. Tell me why. Pokemon. There was like 3-4 Pokemon books. X'd out. I said, what the fuck? Zach and Cody. X'd out. I said, what? Harry Potter books. Like all the books. I was like, oh shit, I was going to read the book. That's why I've never read the books before. I have the set. I'm going to read them now. X'd them out. I said, what the fuck? The only thing available was like, it was like, I don't know, I think she marked out Percy Jackson because like Greek gods or whatever. And it was weird. There was like, let's say like out of like 100 books, she had like 15 that maybe you could like get. And there was like, some of the shit was ass. It was like the stuff you don't want.
You like marked it out with a pen?
She like literally every single one of them, like a marker, like a big old red X. And I remember showing my mom and she was like, the fuck? And so I remember I remember she ended up kind of vetoing it because you can order stuff online. Mm-hmm. So my mom just like typed in individual things, like, because they had like barcode things or whatever. And she was like ordered my stuff online. She's like, I'm not going to go through this and that. But I remember she finally talked to her about it. And like, she told my mom, now in hindsight, clearly as a grown adult, I now know all this is a lie. But my mom, as sweet as she is, she would never think anybody like that lied to her, especially being in a Christian school. So she just believed all this stuff this woman told her. I remember when she talked to her, she was like, well, you see Pokemon right there? And my mom was like, oh yeah, like, you know, he watches, you know, the show and this and that. Like, we get the cards and whatever. She's like, well, that actually means the devil in fucking Japanese. I was sitting there like, I think that's bullshit, but I didn't know. I was like, damn, do it. I was like, damn. And so she said all this, like Harry Potter, she was like, you know, they're trying to teach kids witchcraft. And I was like, I've never really seen one, so I don't really know. But like, I'm just saying, like, it was one of those things where I was like, are you being honest? I didn't know. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But you know what I called her on though? I said, what you mark out the Zack and Cody book for? She was like, well, I don't let my kids watch Disney. The fuck does that have to do with me? What does that have to fucking do with me, sister? And so when that happened, my mom was like, okay, well, that's fucking crazy. So she did order me whatever, but we ended up not getting Harry Potter. But like I said, somehow, some way, I don't know how it happened, I ended up getting the VHS of Prisoner of Azkaban. And I remember watching, I was like, oh, hell yeah. But like, I had no connections because I didn't watch the first two. Because I think that's the third one, yeah. Didn't watch the first two. And I never watched the rest after that. And then weirdly enough, the seventh, or I guess not seven, it was 8 because they made part 2, yeah. The last one when it came out, got my mom to take me to that shit. And I remember I was so confused. I was like, who the fuck is Snape? I was like, who is this? A whole crux? The fuck? I didn't understand what the hell any. I was just like, I'm here, I guess. It was so crowded. They gave us like the 3D glasses were like shaped like Harry's glasses. It was so fucking gas. But yeah, I think it really stuck with me though because it got me into fantasy. Like I got into Percy Jackson, got into other stuff because like I was like, oh, I'm not reading this, I'm not watching this, whatever. And so I want to give it credit where credit's due. And now I love the franchise. Now I've been able to watch all of them. It's fucking awesome. I wanted to watch them around Christmas. I didn't get to, but. Anyways, that is my number 8. What's your number 7? It's getting dark out there. You said Wally?
Mm-hmm.
I just talked about that. So, dude, I arguably say that's one of if not Pixar's greatest story.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it's so good. And it's one of those movies too, gives you a little bit of hope.
Mm-hmm.
God, I love it. It's so damn good. Got any other thoughts about that? Maybe
Not really.
Got a memory about when you first watched it? Like I'm telling you, my memory, like literally, like Wally. Like I said, don't know where I was at, but I remember watching this shit for the first time. I was like, I'm doing this shit, but it was like them 3 screens. That shit was crazy. All right. Well, my number 7 is True. Hit me. That was the first one that hit me when I was writing this list. Shrek 2. Shrek 2 was so peak. So funny too, 'cause I haven't watched those movies in probably a decade, I'd say. New Puss in Boots was awesome. I love that movie. That's a 10 out of 10. But Shrek 2 was one of those movies that just stuck with me because it was like it's the one where he turns human. And I remember like I need a hero. All that shit was so good. So that was like the first time I started being like, oh, I have a rewind feature. I would fucking play it back. Oh, shit was gas. Back in the car, bro. Sit back in the car. You said like a little TV back there. I'd be like, Mom was like, quit hitting the back. I was like, goddamn, I need a hero. Shit, I need it. All right, my number 6 is interesting. What's your number 6?
Cars.
1?
What?
1?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I have an interesting relationship with cars, so I love the first one. But I was one of those kids, because clearly they did it for kids that love to, mainly because of the toys. Because that was back when they made actual cool toys, like they were made out of fucking metal, like they were weighted. Like it's like that's cheap bullshit now. But it was so cool, and I remember having all the spy ones, and I was like, oh yeah, it was so cool. I remember Homeboy, like at the beginning where he's like shooting the guns, like badass. I haven't watched that movie in a while yet. Most people now hate it, so I wonder would I still dislike it. But I like the Cars franchise. I like 3 too. I think 3 like sad as fuck, but 3 is really good. Yeah, so I agree. My number 6 is Spider-Man 3. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear no. Shut the fuck up. That movie is peak. That is, I still to this day. And I know I have a mental problem. You can tell me. It's okay. Spider-Man 3 is my favorite Spider-Man. It still will. It still always will be. There's another 3 on this list. Still my favorite of that franchise. Because as a kid, I loved all the Spider-Man movies, clearly. I was about the age when I remember, because I remember, I'm telling you, got memory like I don't know what, right? I can't remember names today all of a sudden, but I can tell you all these fucking stories from when I was like fucking 4 or whatever the fuck. So when I watched Spider-Man 2 in the theaters, I remember watching this bitch at the theaters. I remember it fucking vividly because it was so packed and crowded, we almost had to sit in the first row. And I remember eating popcorn. I was so excited, shit eating grin on my face, whatever this thing. Because by that time, you had consciousness. So I start remembering like Spider-Man 1 and this that very vaguely, but still was like hyped. And I watched cartoon and this that, whatever. And so I remember the movie because, the Hitch movie?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that trailer played and I got a popcorn kernel stuck in the back of my throat and almost fucking choked and died. And that's the only reason I remember this experience, because the trailer was playing, and it was like, and I was like, God damn, I'm about to fucking die, dude. I literally was like, somebody fucking save me, dude, like Smallville. Somebody said, I needed help. But yeah, as far as Spider-Man 3 goes, Spider-Man 3 was like, I feel like when you're fully conscious, I would have been like 5 years old, I think, when it came out, maybe on, no, I'd probably been 5. I don't think when it came out after December, at the end of December, but yeah, I would have been about 5 years old, and I thought Venom was fucking awesome. Sandman's awesome, and even still watching today, Sandman shit holds up like a motherfucker. You about to cry. Mm-hmm. You're like, I'm trying to see my daughter, and I'm like, God damn, you see her? It's so good. It's so peak. I'm telling you, I'm one of those people though too. Like I get a lot of heat on the channel. I like shit people hate. Like 28 years later, last year, I was like, new peak. People are like, ass. Because they didn't like the last 5 minutes. I was like, dude, the last 5 minutes ain't ruining nothing for me. Like, okay, if you don't like it, it's still not a 0. People are like, 0. And I'm like, eat ass. And then, literally, what's the other movie? There was something else last year came out that I was like, oh yeah, this movie's pretty good. And I was getting eat up in the comments, and bitch was like, I'm not trusting your reviews. And I was like, I don't fucking blame me, bro. I wasn't trusting this shit either. It's like, because I loved it. But yeah, even like Amazing Spider-Man 2, like that's a movie I really like, really cherished in my heart. I love the Andrew franchise when it started. I was one of those people. I remember being in the theater, people were like, they're recasting. I remember hearing that like when I was younger, and I was like, oh shit, we got a new subscriber. Fuck, I can't read your name. I would read your name so maybe you could see it.
Wow.
And I fucking went away. I did got a new sub. Oh yeah, we hit 800 subs, so thank you guys for that. And I believe I've hit like 10 today. Yeah, I don't know if you were there. I told Aiden when we were when we were playing a game. I think you were. I don't know where we wouldn't know where the fuck you went. But literally, YouTube. I don't know why, but I'm thanking them. I'm always bitching, man. The algorithm. Them motherfuckers said, "We got you, boy." You know that Karate Kid video with Jaden Smith I told you that blew up, had like 15,000 views. They literally put out, like they pushed it for some whatever reason within like the last 2 weeks. It's got like 20-something thousand views. I haven't checked it. It could be at almost 30. And it just got me like 100 plus subs like within a week. They was like, we're pushing out. And I was like, randomly again? It was odd, but I'll take it. I was like, shit, dude. Which is what's so funny because I was sitting there wondering, I was like, so are people that are watching these videos, are they newer? I was like, I don't know, but you never really know on that. By the way, I also found out today, which was a little weird. Most of the time, especially like being a male, your channel viewer things or whatever are like, for example, like maybe 80-20, like females, and usually like with males, it's a lot lower or whatever. Show my female demographics like 45%. I was like, oh shit. So, unexpected, but hell yeah, I'll take it. There's a lot of female movie fans out there, especially at gamers too. Literally, I hate the way, which that's another topic, we'll do that another day. But the way people act, like, I saw a trailer for something the other day, and they were like, they're just wokeifying it. And I was like, I'm glad people were finally eating them up in the comments of this dude. But I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, we haven't watched this yet. You don't know any. Oh, yeah. It was the Priyanka Chopra Jonas movie, the one where she's like a pirate or whatever. They were like, this is bullshit because she's like fighting all these guys. And it's like, so you're telling me that 5'7" Tom Cruise, you're telling me he's beating the shit out of Henry Cavill and all these other girl men and Mission Impossible? No, he definitely wouldn't. I don't care how built he is. He's fucking like, what is he, 60 something? He's not, I don't care how, he's not doing this shit. He's not, unless he's got a gun, and half of these he's like fist fighting. He's not fine though, because he's a man. But when it's a woman that's like, oh yeah, I've been trained this, whatever, she's even like that pristine age. I think she's in her 30s, pretty sure. I know she's not older than that. And like, here she is fighting Carl Urban, who's old as shit, not really fit, not really this and that, whatever. That's kind of believable to me, especially with them sword fighting and cutlasses. It's believable. And even like that, it's a fucking pirate movie. They're like, oh damn, it ain't believe. Stop. Anyways, all right, number five.
Tangled.
That's okay.
Tangled.
Right here. How do you feel about that casting?
I loved it.
Dude.
I loved it. What's her name?
Too.
Tegan.
The one that played Raven, dude. I love her.
Dude, she was perfect.
I love Milo. Man, I love him. He's so good in not Spirited. Is it Spirited? No, Spirit, School Spirits. He's great in that.
Yeah.
I never really watched Zombies. My little sister does, but even still, I was
People are complaining. They're just complaining to complain at this point.
I could maybe see, because like, people have their main, like, who they want for Rapunzel. So like, if you're a hyper fan and you're complaining, it's like, whatever, but the movie's going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't get the complaints on him. I was like, fuck, that's Flynn.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, that's goofy. But yeah, that's a great movie. That's a great pick. That's a good pull. That's a good ass movie. Damn, it's so good. It's sad too.
Yeah.
So good though. So damn good. I love how they like connected to Frozen too. You ever see that?
No.
You didn't?
No.
So I'll tell you about, I don't butcher this. Basically, I think it's in Frozen when isn't somebody getting married in Frozen? Isn't it like Anya? No. That's what it is. When they're getting married in Tangled, I think. You don't have to look this up. I'm butchering the hell out of this. Basically, you see the other ones there. You either see Anna and Elsa there, or like Anna or somebody, but like they're in the background. And I was like, oh shit. I guess it would make sense there. They kind of have the same art style and stuff, whatever. So I was like, yeah, sure. But yeah, I was like, that's cool. But my number 5. I promise you, by the way, too, I was looking at this list again today before I left, and I was like, I feel like I'm just picking some of my favorite movies, but like as a kid, dude, I just watched some crazy shit. Now, my number 5 is Dark Knight. I promise you, I never watched any Batman movies at that age, and I'll never forget watching this one, and I was scarred for life. I actually had fucking nightmares about Heath Ledger's Joker, but after about a week of that, I was like sitting there thinking, I remember like I was like pretending like I was Batman. I got like all the toys and shit. And I'll never forget when it came out, dude. I watched the hell out of that. Up until I would say, because I don't know how old I've been. I've been 2008, so I'd be like 7 when I watched that. I remember when I turned about 10, because I remember we saw Rises, so it might have been in 2011, 2012. Never knew there was a fucking Batman Begins. I thought that was number one. I was like, oh, there's a, and so I watched that, loved the hell out of that, and that was around that age, like when I was like really getting all that shit. And you know, Avengers and then was coming out like 2012 and stuff too. But yeah, I really love the hell out of that movie, and I really think movies like that and like Karate Kid, Back to the Future, like really got me into movies. Which I watched Karate Kid and all that stuff that way before this, but that was like my defining superhero movie because I was like, oh shit. I was like, I feel like I watched an adult movie, which I guess you did, because that pencil scene was fucking wild. He was like, ooh, make it disappear, and I was like, oh fuck. But it was so good. And yeah, I like I said, like bought all the toys. I had that Heath Ledger toy, where he had like the purple like thing on and this and that. I wish I still had stuff like that. Dude, I don't know where that shit's at. But anyways, all right, number 4.
The Page Master.
Cut these on. Oh, dude, that's a good one. That is a good ass movie. It's a good ass movie. I'm trying to remember, isn't what's his face in that?
Home Alone kid.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
Dude,
yeah.
It was crazy because it was like real. Then
Right.
like he went to the library and I don't know I forgot what
Right.
happened, but he became animated and
Yeah.
it was cool.
I found that like 2 months ago. I have a copy on Blu-ray. I don't know why. I don't remember buying that, but I have it. I need to rewatch it. I haven't watched it in a while. I might do it for Pixel and Popcorn one day. Damn, that's good. I think my number 4 is actually good, and this one I feel like is a lot more believable than my last two, which I promise you those last two were legit. My number 4 is Zathura. I think that's how you say it. Whatever. The space one. The Space Jumanji.
Oh my god, yeah.
Space
We're in the
Jumanji.
house. Fuck.
When I tell you I didn't even know Jumanji existed as a kid, I was like, that's the movie right there. That movie was fucking awesome.
Yes.
They're like, when I tell you like the little, like when they're floating in space, like you found out the one dude was like up there and like missing for a while. That's a movie I want to rewatch. I need to see if it's on anything like streaming because I don't have a physical or whatever, but that movie literally like changed the game for me because like that was like one of my first like space movies or whatever, but it was like, you know, kiddie or entertainment and stuff. And then I remember like a few years after that, I found out that like it was kind of like basically Jumanji in space, which aren't they connected? I think they are. I think they are. I didn't go back. That's why I guess when I watched it, I found out. But I found out about Jumanji, like the original one. I was like, dude, this movie's also awesome. And so I love all those. But yeah, that's my number 4. Now top 3 should be the crazy ones. So top 3, or I guess number 3 first.
Harry Potter.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I forgot you showed me. I forgot. That movie's awesome. That movie's awesome, dude.
At least, I don't know. I've probably watched it 50 times in a week.
And so I'm assuming that's your favorite Harry Potter too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think mine is still Goblet of Fire. I like the game shit. It's so fun. It's so fun.
It's like what's it like?
But yeah, I'd probably put that one close second, honestly. I don't think I would have put anything else past. I think that is my second. I'd probably put but yeah, Harry Potter's so fun. Like it's so good. I've got that box set that looks really cool. I really want to read them because I heard like there's like a few things here and there. Like it's not a whole lot, but like a few things they leave out and stuff. And I'm one of those ones kind of excited for the show. I'm not excited for the cast. I like the way the cast looks at. Actually, I said that incorrectly. I don't mean the casting. I mean if they pull a Stranger Things shit and like, because I assume with HBO it'll at least be 2 years. Dude, 2 years between seasons is too much. That's 14 years you're gonna do every season. 14 years total.
Yeah.
It'd be like fucking 30 final season. Now, I'm hoping they buckle up and I'm hoping they can do a season every year, but I doubt it. Like, look at you, which Euphoria is different because they were all acting and other stuff. But maybe they'll pull like a Pitt because like Pitt was last year and then like within 6 to 8 months, new season. And so I hope they do that. That's what I'm hoping, but that is that. And so now you did number 3, right? Okay. My number 3, Bridge of Terabithia.
I never watched that.
Do you not know anything about it?
I know.
Okay, you know about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to spoil it for you, but yeah. It really hit for me later on, like when I was like getting a little bit older, like when I was like 10, 11, whatever, because I can't remember when it came out, what age it was. I remember watching it, but like I never, I guess, really clicked with it, because at that time I was like, oh, I was watching a movie, like whatever. But when I got to the age when I realized that you could die, especially at that age. And I watched the movie, dude. I was sitting there. I was like, what are you talking about? And like, it's just so crazy, like being like a kid watching a movie like that, and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah, that's a
she's
crazy.
not coming back.
Yeah, that's a crazy
I was
movie.
like, that's fucked up. That, and I feel like that was around the same time I watched Spiderwick Chronicles, which is also really good.
Ooh,
that didn't make my list, but that movie I really like that. All right, so number two.
Planet 51.
I saw a fucking thing on that the other day. That movie's awesome. I agree. I don't remember that much about it though. That's something else I need to rewatch.
It's like this astronaut goes to an alien world, and they're all. It's like reversed. If we did, like,
like kind of like, okay, he's like their alien or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, I got you.
And he just like, I guess, tries to get back. I don't remember much about it, but I remember watching it, and I was like, I love this. And he's friends with like this alien kid, and he's like, hey, you gotta help me get out of here. There's this little drone doing a side story.
Yeah. See, I miss.
Isn't
that DreamWorks too?
I think so. Yeah.
I miss when they made movies like that. Like, remember Monsters vs. Aliens? I used to have all those toys from McDonald's. That shit was awesome. Remember like the little blob dude? Mm-hmm. The meme? That shit's so funny. I miss movies like that, dude. Like Megamind. Then they made like that Megamind 2 on Peacock. I didn't even watch it. I heard it was so bad.
It was bad.
It's got a 5% on Rotten Tomatoes. I said, who? Like one person liked that shit. I don't know who it was, but all right. My number 2 is Star Wars Episode 3. As a kid, I was shown a lot of older movies, which I guess is why I my love for movies. Indiana Jones, Karate Kid. Karate Kid's my franchise. I'll die on that hill. If you could drop shit, if it had Karate Kid sticker on it, I'd be like, damn, shit, I don't give a fuck. I promise you, love Karate Kid that much. Back to the Future, all those like that, and I'll never forget Star Wars, right? I remember, because I wasn't born when Episode 1 came out, but in Episode 2, it's a little bit of gap. I remember watching that when I was younger, and I just rewatched that, went back and watched Episode 1, and Episode 3 was just my movie. Like, even to this day, it has my favorite fight scene of all time. It's just so fucking epic. I love the Anakin stuff, and I'll never forget, too, this was so funny about Star Wars. When I watched Episode 3, and I saw them turning this out, I was like, oh, okay, they're going to make a 4. Had no idea there was an original trilogy. I'll never forget. It was like a couple. Weirdly enough, my parents never like, oh yeah. I don't know if maybe they just like weren't paying attention, like didn't know. Oh, this is a prequel. I don't know what the fuck they thought. But nobody in my house will show me this. I was on TV one day, and I was scrolling. I said, Star Wars Episode 4. I said, what do you mean it came out? I was pissed. I thought I missed it. I played. I said, this movie look old as fuck. I said they regress in time. And I'll never forget, because I was like back on DirecTV, like where you do like the info and shit like that. And it was for like when it came out, and I was like, holy shit. Asked my damn dad, and I remember his goofy ass was like, oh yeah, it's like that. I said, motherfucker, ain't nobody told me this shit. And even in like that, like he had like a bunch of movies or whatever, never even noticed that this was in my house. He had like the old collection that you can get, like that's like Darth Vader's mask. He had those. I said, what the fuck? Didn't know this. I never paid attention, I guess. And so I remember I went back and I watched those, and I was like, oh shit, so this happens like after. I was like, okay, and I started figuring all this stuff out. And like I remember like the Luke twist for the first time, and like all that boiled down to me just loving 3 that much. Clone Wars around that time, oh my god, what a time to be alive. And now Star Wars fans suck.
Yeah,
that literally video game fans piss me off a lot. Star Wars fans, I think are my number 1. Like you can literally give them a platter of gold, silver, whole 9 yards. You could literally crown them fucking king of the whole wide world, and they'd find something to bitch about. Like Mandalorian season 1 and 2. It's so good. It's so good. We get a little okay season in being 3. The whole show's bad. No, it's one season's okay. Like, I don't like that. Like, us, whatever. Acolyte, I'm going to be honest with you, not that great in hindsight looking back. Acolyte had great fight scenes, and it was leading up to something good. They wouldn't even give shit a chance. Like, it's like, okay, like you go back, I love the prequel trilogy. I'm one of those. Even like the original trilogy, which I know people are like, oh my god, that's so sacred. Acting in that's not that good. There's like shit. I'm just saying every movie has flaws. Yeah. And so I feel like with Acolyte, after hearing this, they might would have made it better. And then even like Andor is perfect. Fucking perfect. They won't even watch it. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's like, fuck you, I'm sorry. If you're a Star Wars fan, but kind of fuck you. I'm sorry. Not really. But they fucking get on my nerves. Like, it's like, I love Star Wars, but I don't act like that. Like, it's like, If I watch something, I go, okay, I don't like that. Cool, you're done. I don't need your 20 videos, your fucking deep dives on why this is woke and why we don't want black people in this and why we don't want these people and why we don't block. Like, piss me off. But anyways, all right, we're down to number one. I know my number one by heart. So what's your number one?
Bolt.
Damn.
Bolt is my number one.
This dude out here putting out bangers. I fully agree. I had a birthday party where we did Bolt, and I didn't know the twist. And my best friend at the time, when I was that age, he had ended up watching it like the week before or something because I had waited. And damn near everybody, I don't know. I guess everybody went that fucking weekend. Everybody apparently knew this twist. They were like, oh, don't tell him. Don't tell me what. The fuck? And I'm going based on these ads where it's like, Bolt the Super Dog. I was like, yeah, my party, bitch. Had it at the birthday, at the fucking theater and stuff. And I'll never forget, 10 minutes into that movie, I went, say bullshit, right? Say bullshit. I low-key used to hate the fuck out of that movie. Now, a year or so after that passed, I remember getting like the Bolt video game on, I think I had it on my DS. And like this and that, and I played it and this and that, and I rewatched the movie and I was like I removed those biases and I was like, oh, it's really good. But as a kid, I remember when the first time I watched that motherfucker, I was like, so is this like motherfucker ever gonna get powers again? Like I was like so hyper focused on the action stuff. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But it's a really good ass movie though. It really is. Yeah. That's one of Disney's classics that they didn't milk. There's no Bolt 2 out there unless might want maybe one day. All right, my number one is arguably still, and I probably will never not be my favorite movie of all time. It came out early as hell. Came out in 2010. You should know what this is. Tron Legacy. I saw that shit. I didn't even know what Tron was. My dad was like, oh, this is like an old movie, back in the day. I remember watching shit. I've never been so glued to a fucking screen in my life. I'll still die on the hill that Tron Legacy, like it's my favorite movie. That's why it was like a 30-minute, I made a 30-minute fucking video where I deep dive, talk about this and that. It's so good. Oh, God. I love this movie so much. Literally, even at the time as a kid, like because I used to rewatch Star Wars Episode 3 a lot too. Tron was just so different. Like my mom, I remember like in the evenings or whatever like that, like when she was like working at her school or whatever. I remember like being up in her room and like they had like these like the Big Macs or whatever, and like I'd put like the disc in there, and I'd be like. And I'll be playing Tron, bro. She'd be like, oh, I'm like, we got a meeting or whatever. And I was like, get out of here. Rensler. And like, dude, I ate it up, dude. I was like damn near to the point where I was obsessed with Tron. Like I used to talk about it like at the lunch table. People were like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, shh, it's Tron, the disrespectful bitch. Like it's, oh my God, man. I love that movie so much. That's why I was still so hyped for the new one that came out. Like, people were like, oh, it's been forever. I was like, I need you to understand. And I actually like the new one. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think it's legacy. It's not gonna be, but I think it's really good. But I think it's one of those odd things too, where it's better than the original. Like legacy, I'm like, unless you're just a diehard fan, I don't know how you could watch both and say that the other one, like legacy's better. Like it's just it's so good. It makes me so mad too. I'm not gonna name names, but somebody I fucking know finally watched that movie. Should be nothing but a 5-star on your letterbox, maybe a 4, Dude gave it a 3. I said I could beat your ass. We'll see you on site. A 3. He started waiting, close his face. And I said, bitch, it was 2010. God, I remember that scene. He said, you want me with perfect system? He's like, yeah. God, so good. So quotable. Fuck, I love that movie. But yeah, that actually ended up being one of the movies. Like the rest of these movies actually, ironically, I don't think would be on my all-time favorite movies of all time, except for Tron Legacy. Now, a movie that I left off here, which we're going to include in as number 11, and I didn't think about until the other day when I was making this list, School of Rock. School of Rock is a fucking 10 out of 10, and it's one of the best movies ever made. Die on a hill. All right, so that is the topic of the show. And so now we pivot into what I watched this week.
Let's get started.
So this week, didn't really watch a whole lot. It was a busy week for me. I don't really know why. I don't know what the fuck I've done. I haven't accomplished anything this week. Watched Landman episode 9. Landman, have you been watching that? Do you watch Landman?
I did. I loved it. I don't think I got to season 2.
Okay.
I need to get Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you can get it on
Really
there. I think,
bad.
yeah, you can get it on there. It's like the Paramount add-on that you can get. Yeah. Because you can watch Mayor of Kingstown too. It's really good.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where first season's so much better. I don't care what they do in the finale. There's no way they're gonna make me sit here and think that this season's better. Cooper and Ariana, their relationship. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but I am gonna tell you this part. Basically, this season they've boiled them down to just the dumbest couple of all time. Cooper, they set him up to do some cool stuff at the beginning of the season, but like he doesn't really pay off and do any of that shit. And Ariana, the girl he ends up with, her man died or whatever at the beginning. I'm sure you saw that at the beginning. I think it was like episode 2 or 3. But like she is just like the most annoying person I've ever seen in my life. Like the way they wrote her. Like she literally at one point is like, well, like I guess you need to like marry me or whatever, but you can like talk to my dad, and he's like I promise you to have this conversation in bed. It's just so nonchalant. And he's like, okay. He goes over to the dad's house. Dad's like about to beat his ass, and then like it turns out the dad's actually cool as fuck. And like the twist is that he's like, well, it's not up to me if you want to marry. Like she just sent him there as like a test, and I was like, you just wasted my time too. But she's just like being stupid, and like that's two of the main characters. A lot of people this season haven't been loving any of the women because of the way they've been written. I love the mom and daughter outside of them being hot. I think that they're fun. I think, ironically, the reason why I'll defend them is because I think they add personality to the show. Because when we get to main plot, I'm kind of bored because nothing's happening this season. Demi Moore is more the focus point of this season. She's getting on my fucking nerves. It's just a lot of problems. It's a lot of problems. And anyways, done with that. I finished His and Hers. That review is out now. My thoughts are on that. I actually enjoy that show. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. I also watched People Meet on Vacation. That review is out. I actually really love that. I ironically watched it with my little sister. We don't hardly watch anything together. We were eating that up. A little rom-com. I don't know if you'll like that, but it was pretty good. I watched Boogie Nights. That review's also up for Pixel and Popcorn. First time ever watching that. Damn good. And then the other one I really want to talk about real quick is Hijack. That might be one of the worst fucking premieres I've ever seen in my life. I love Hijack with Idris Elba. The first season, I was like, oh, it's great. Second season, I was like, okay, like I'm already kind of getting worried watching it because I'm immediately starting to think, how is this going to keep going as a show? Last season's on a plane. This season's on the fucking train. I was like, we in a car next season? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm hoping, and I thought about it too. I was like, maybe they'll do like places. Like, maybe he'll go and like there'll be a hostage situation, like a bank or something like that. Like, he could technically, but it's called hijack. I was like, you're hijacking something. So I'm like, I don't know what they're gonna do. This fucking episode, this premiere, they try to hold tension. I was bored, dude. It could just be me. I know it'll probably get better for sure, but the premiere, like Idris Elba is like literally dead ass. This the whole episode. He's like on like a train. He barely has any fucking dialogue. I was like, they just fucking gave him a paycheck this episode. He's like just walking around following this one guy. They show low-key that he racial profiled because like the one guy's like fucking foreign and he's got a big ass bag and he gets off. He's talking. Turns out he had nothing on him. The guy who's taking over, I guess, or whatever, is the like attendant who's like running the train or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, okay, all right, whatever. And then like episode literally ends, he like looks over and he's like, I'm hijacking this. I was like, but clearly you're not. Like I just think he sent it because the guy's like being told to do something or whatever. And so I don't know, but like I was like that's it. Like he was like in the train the whole time. They didn't give me any pre-background. They show his wife briefly, but like they don't really show you anything. And like I'm just kind of like, I don't give a fuck. All right, and then I think that was it. Yeah. That was it. That's what I watched this week. Kind of lame as hell. I haven't caught up on Fallout yet. Hopefully I'll do that tonight. Ponies came on tonight. New show on. It's got Amelia Clark in it. It's on Peacock. I have got to pay Peacock because I don't fucking ever use Peacock unless I'm watching it. So I need to renew that, and I will probably watch that. Should be a review out. And to close out the show, the upcoming films this week, if you did not know, are 28 Years Later, Night Patrol, and Dead Man's Wire. We'll be watching all three of those this weekend. There will be reviews on those, should be by Sunday. And then upcoming events, you should have a Pixel and Popcorn next Wednesday. I don't have a movie written down here. I don't know what movie I'm going to do. I recently got Aaron Brockovich with Julia Roberts. I've never seen that movie. I might watch that, do that. It really just depends on time because I also want to watch Pony, so I can review that maybe Sunday or Monday. There will be a Landman review also Sunday because the finale's on then. And then episode 3 of the podcast will be next Saturday morning again at 8. And that is it. That rounds out the show. Thank you, Jake, for being here. I appreciate that. I loved your 10 movies. They were really fucking gas. They were peak cinema. And yeah, with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't know what the topic's going to be next week, so be ready for that. But I hope that you guys like, subscribe for more. And if you want Jake to come back, comment down below. Let us know. And I will catch you guys on the next one. This has been the Chocolate Broadcast.